Hey guys, welcome back to the channel once again. As always, I am Robert Storm. If you're finding me for the very first time, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. I'm back with more Joker content. You're going to see a lot of Joker content on this channel for the next few days because it's a very hot topic right now, and I think it's an important topic to talk about. There are some critics, some people out there saying this movie is dangerous. This movie is very dangerous because, and I will be spoiling some stuff toward the end of this movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, I highly suggest you go see the movie, then come back. Because they feel like the Joker is glorified toward the end of this movie. That, you're debating on, as a person, as a viewer, do you sympathize with Arthur Fleck? Do you think he's justified in what he was doing? And that really comes down to the viewer himself. Does it make you an evil, sick person if you can, sort of justify what he's doing and kind of see yourself in him? Does it make you, dangerous? If you kind of look at him and like, well, he's kind of justified. And I think that is one of the genius of the movie. The movie does such a great job expressing, how people with mental illness constantly get bullied, constantly get treated. He's being beaten by young punk kids. He's getting beat by these rich Wall Street people. He's getting beat and criticized by the people he works with. Meanwhile, you have people like Thomas Wayne, who's these doesn't give a shit about anybody on the lower levels. He's up in Wayne Tower. He's rich. He doesn't care about anybody. Wants to run for mayor, but he doesn't really care about anybody. He takes away the funding for mental health problems. He takes away, the medication that Arthur Fleck was on because there's no funding. And eventually this poor guy can't take anymore. He sees this young lady possibly gonna get raped, and they jump his ass, and then he kills him. He was self-defending himself. Now, does he take it kind of extreme toward the end of the movie? Absolutely. But it kind of shows, I feel, that how, you can only treat people so badly, and it only takes one bad day. That was the main thing for the Joker, especially in Killing Joke with Alan Moore, written masterfully by the great Alan Moore, was it only takes one bad day. And the Joker Arthur Fleck, this character, suffers from mental illness. His mom lied to him. He doesn't know what's real, what's not. He loses his medication. The psychiatrist can no longer work with him because of the funding. He gets beat up. He gets humiliated. How much more can this guy take until he finally snaps? And people feel, critics are saying this movie's dangerous. This movie's too dangerous. It sends a bad message. It glorifies him killing people. And I think the reason why people feel it's dangerous, and this is just me talking here, I think the reason why some people might think this is dangerous, because I think that they can look at what he did and understand it. I think that's why they think it's dangerous. Because for a second there, for a split second, they looked and said, he's justified. And I think that's why it's dangerous. That's why, because they are so sick to sit there and think, well, this guy actually might have a point. Now, am I telling you it's okay to go out and start blowing everybody away that treated you bad? Absolutely not. There's a good way to handle things, and there's a bad way to handle things. This movie is showing you what would happen if this gentleman who constantly gets harassed and beat and so on, and everything just keeps piling up, and he has no support system, that he finally snaps. Most people, I hope, have a support system. Hopefully people that have mental illness have someone there to helping them. And not all people with mental illness is going to go around and start killing people. But it's easier to look at that stuff and try to correct it. Because I think it's something that in this society we haven't really taken so serious. Yes, we took it serious, but not as serious as maybe we should. I think this movie really highlights that. Is this movie dangerous? No, I think this movie is the exact movie we need in these times. I think Todd Phillips and what Joaquin Phoenix said toward the end of that movie on The Maury Show, I think that was Todd Phillips projecting what he really feels society has become. That, a dead man, a poor man could be dying in the street, and someone like Donald Trump would just walk over them. They don't care. It's like, I'm just going to walk. I don't care if you're having a heart attack. I'm just going to walk past you and keep going because I am better than you. And I think there's a lot of themes in this movie that project that. And again, I don't think this movie is dangerous. I think the people that think this movie is dangerous is people that kind of see Arthur Fleck's side of things. And they are scared because they can actually say, you know what, he may have a point. I can kind of justify why he's doing it. And that scares people. And I think in turn, they say that this is dangerous. I don't think the movie is dangerous. This is no more dangerous than Scream or The Purge or any other horror movie. It's just a movie. The problem is this movie is really hitting on very important political topics. And people are afraid of that. People are afraid to address that. But I want to know what you guys think. Did you see this movie yet? Did you see this movie yet? And do you think it's as dangerous as other people say it is and think it is? Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.